Good morning. Today I wanted to talk about redemption, about the beauty of that word. And when you see it happening in front of your eyes, when you see somebody's life being transformed, they're being redeemed back to the Father who loves them, and they experience that for the first time, there's nothing better. Mine was, 6.5 years ago in a mirror after 3 years of addiction and brokenness from divorce, and just being in that place and just crying out, God, help me. And in that moment, I usually weigh about 200 pounds. I was 160 pounds and just broken. And then experiencing the love of God for the first time in my life, not religion, but the love of God. As I submitted my life to Him and understood His love for the first time, it changed me from the inside out. Now I'm not going to go to those things that I used to run to comfort me. Instead, I'm coming to Him. And that's the beautiful thing about redemption, is it's coming back as if we never ate the tree. God restores us. He redeems us as His children. And I had this, we were talking about it last night, that we come into the world as orphans. We come in so broken, and we're searching for that love and acceptance in all these different avenues, whatever that looks like for you. But we run to different things, whether it's success, whether it's drugs and alcohol, whether it's women, whether it's men, whether it's pornography, whether it's accomplishments, whatever you run to instead of God. But when you come to Him, He will give rest to your soul. He will strengthen you. He will be your rock. The things you've been looking for elsewhere, that's where you're going to find it, is when you're redeemed back to Him. And we come back as if we never ate the tree. We have right standing with God because of what Christ did, not because of what we do. And a lot of times religion is telling you that you need to do in order to receive. No, you just need to come to Him. Come to me, all who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Rest for your souls. Then yoke yourself to me, learn from me, my ways. Be transformed more into my image. Man, and in that, the last 6.5 years, I've experienced the peace of God. I've experienced contentment. I've experienced love as it's supposed to be. Love not coming from a place of need, but being able to love unconditionally. That's freedom. Two things that happen. You become fearless and you become free as you come back to the Father and you root yourself in Him. There's nothing better. And then you can live one life, not the duplicitous life. You never have to pretend like you're doing better than you are. You can be totally transparent with your struggles. There's freedom in that. There's beauty in that. God loves you. God's love is always coming towards us. We're the ones that are blocking that way to God because we want to be our own. We don't want to submit to God. We don't reconnect. We'd rather search out all these different places. We were talking about orphans and kids. That I heard a story about how a couple adopted a young child that was in a really bad situation, and the child would, they gave it like Cheerios, and all of a sudden, the Cheerios were gone, and this child was hoarding it because they didn't know where their next meal would be. And that's what we do. We're searching, we're doing that. We're searching all these different places out of fear of trying to protect ourselves instead of just knowing who we were created to be. We weren't really created for us. We were created to love God and love others. Yet we're so self-centered by nature because we've been cut off from the love source of God. But redemption is reconnecting to that love source of God and understanding that we're His children, and His desire for us is the absolute best that it could be. You're running down these different avenues that don't fulfill. Only He does. He loves you. He wants you to be redeemed. He wants you to reconnect to Him and have relationship with Him. Not just a message on Sundays to make you feel a little bit better, but have a relationship. Just trust in Him. He is good and He is loving. And you will experience something like you've never experienced. Freedom. God bless y'all.